Well, I thought I should mention something that I ran into yesterday when I was in town. Or I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before. But, I use Bullseye in all my pistols. And now Bullseye has been nearly impossible to find for years. But now, all of a sudden, there's all the Bullseye you could want. So if somebody's short on Bullseye or misses it, now's the time to look, because I saw it in 3 different places. $18.99. But just good to have it back, so I kind of stocked up on it, because I count on that for the pistols, partly because what I've got those set up to do with this powder feed, that does the measure and the caliper thing on it. And Bullseye is a small flake that feeds through there very precisely. It meters very well. So I like to do that. And what I'm doing now is loading some of those 351, and I'm using my 3-hole turret. But I was thinking I might actually have to set up that 4-hole that does the auto indexing, because these I've been measuring out, 4227, and that again is a really fine, almost sand-like. It's very fine little grains. I think that would meter very well too. So I might have to set it up in that auto indexing one, because it'd be a lot faster. Once I get the load sorted out. But interesting cartridge. It's very much like a pistol cartridge, just bigger. You can compare it. This is a 9mm 45 and a 351. Ballistically, I guess it's very similar to a 357 or a hot 357. But 180 grain bullet. Interesting cartridge, but like I say, it's like a pistol cartridge, but I don't know of any pistol ever been chambered for it. I don't know why you would, But interesting. But I think I can do them on that auto index, so I might do that. Might set that up. But in loading this 4227, I'm going with 17 grains. That's kind of on the low end, but I want to work up. It's kind of 16 to 19.5 for 4227. But since it's a blowback operated gun, it's going to be a little playing around, to get something that works. It's got to be powerful enough to work reliably, but not so powerful that it hammers the gun apart, because that bolt just comes flying back, and if it's too hot, it's just beats on the gun. So I'll see. But I think I could, if my these little calibrators here, it's going to be kind of touch and go, but if that'll go up high enough, which I think it will, then I could do it with one of these, which would make it a little bit easier, a little faster. Once I get it sorted out, I can go by, the dipper too, because even, 4227 levels really well, so if I find the right dipper, I'll be in good shape anyway. But for these first ones, I've been weighing them out. But like I say, very, very interesting. It's always different, interesting to get a different caliber going. And sometime this afternoon, if it isn't raining or the wind isn't howling, I will take this out You know, this is the Swiss K31. This is one of the old ones that's got the walnut stock. I think it was like the first 3 years of production. 6-round magazine. But I want to shoot up some of that standard PPU so I can reload some, because I got everything I need to reload for that. I actually picked up quite a few 308 bullets one time years ago. There was a place that was closing, and they were selling that stuff just dirt cheap. You know, it was less than half off, and the prices weren't that high back then. So I've got quite a few 308 bullets. So I've got some of these that they're the Hornady ones, but they look very much like them Sierra Match 168 grain. Boat tail hollow points with a little bitty hollow point. I never did get those match boats to work in the Mosin, but Swiss is a whole other kettle of fish, so we'll see how that works. But I got to shoot up some of those PPU. You know, they're a soft point. But I really bought them just to get the brass, but I want to use them as a kind of a standard too. I'm going to sight it in with 10 of them, and then I use that brass to load up my own loads and work from there. And we'll see. I'll have to buy more brass for it. But like I say, I've been using, in my 8mm, I've been using that PPU brass, and I've been happy with it. So I figured, well, I'll give it a try in the Swiss. You know, that whole straight pull action is a little weird. You know, but it works. You know, just kind of different. But the one thing I'll have to say, very nice trigger and really nice sights, which is a blessing, because that's the deal with them was, is the killer is always the sights. But hopefully, like I say, if it quits raining and if the wind ain't howling, I'll go and give her a try.